Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to Das Bus. My name is Mickey Adams. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to take a look at 3 pivoting moves for your E9 pedal steel guitar. Now for you beginners that don't really understand the term pivot, it's a real simple explanation that I have for you. One or more strings is stationary, one or more strings are moving. That's a pivot. Something's stationary and something's moving around it. Sometimes things counterpoint. They go in opposite directions, but sometimes groups can move in counterpoints and groups can move in counterpoints. And that's the beauty of a pedal steel guitar. It's an ever-changing Rubik's Cube. So here are some cool pivots that you may not have thought about. In the meantime, say hello to Stella Blue, my absolutely drop-dead gorgeous 2017 MSA Legend XL pedal steel guitar. Visit us at msapedalsteels.com. My name is Mickey Adams. I'm listed there on the homepage under Artist Relations. If you have a question about this incredible guitar, you let me know. I have a 409 pickup in the E9 today, and I have a 10-1 in the C6. Here's our first run. It's an A to A7. This is one pivot. Here's another one. This is an A to A7. There's lots of cool pivots that I can show you here, but we're going to give you the basic run first. Technically what we're doing is striking the third tone and the root in the A chord. We have a triad here. The fifth tone is on the bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to drop these 3 notes down here to imply a 9th chord, which is closely related to the 7th chord, of course, 7th and 9th. But we're going to keep the 5th tone stationary by engaging the A pedal as we go. So the timing here should be the timing here has to be as precise as possible in order to keep it in tune. Now this is not a new concept for pedal steel, of course. One of the first books I ever had. It's the same concept. But what we're doing here is striking the triad, and we're going to drop down a half step. We're going to re-engage that A pedal half step to keep this note stationary. And then as we move down a whole step, now we have a whole step raise on the pedal. So we get this. Now at this point, what we want to do is have this string still ringing, our 5th string, and we're going to lower it in half steps. So we're going to go half pedal, no pedal, and then our vertical lever, and that's going to be our first voicing. Now it just so happens that if you have this raise, that these will actually unison here too. Which is a really cool way to get into the dominant 7. Here's the second way to phrase it. Since these 2 notes have half-step raises, one at the B pedal and one at the E to F lever, we can actually lower this note with the bar and keep these 2 notes stationary. And we get the same as this, vertical lever at 3. What we do get in exchange are more groups that are actually, or more notes that are actually on axis with the bar. A different set of notes. So we have access to those without moving off axis with the bar. Now, the beauty of this lick too is we can do this with any of our triads. And if you have a whole tone lower on string 6 that is split with your B pedal, with this group, your lower will bring this note on 6 down to the root. Yeah, it resolves into a really cool 7. Same here at 5, 6, and 8. And 6, 8, and 10. The pivot, of course, is down here on the bottom. Okay, that's lick number 1. Here's lick number 2. It's a turn from the A into the D major. Heavy pivots. We're going to begin at position number 5 again with strings 6 and 8, and we're going to engage the B pedal and the E lower at the same time. That's the first timing move for us. Now we're going to drop these 2 notes while they're ringing a half step. We now have a dominant 7th on the bottom, and we have a major 3rd here, even though we're 1 step off axis from A. Now we're going to release the pedal and lever and move down to the dominant 7th position for A, a whole step below at position 3. Now from here at 3, we're going to keep this note stationary as we drop a half step with the E raise. Then we're going to neutralize the neutralize the 8th string. We're going to lower the 8th string, then we're going to move back up to 3 and strike 7, 8, and 10. It sounds like this. So we basically have this note. That's basically our melody, but we have this pivoting line underneath in the bass. And something similar up top would be. The dominant 7th is actually found there with the B pedal. How about that? Food for thought, right? Short and sweet. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And don't forget, visit us at msapedalsteels.com. Take a look at the new Legend XL. My name is Mickey Adams. I'll see you right back here with your pedal steel.